everybody, it's Preston here, and hello all my peeps. I am Godzilla Hawk, also known as Preston, and we have Captain Asshole, also known as Brandon.
Sup?
Yep. First of all, I want to say, I got my new Cesaro shirt today from Hot Topic. Yes, there's a Hot Topic close to my house from here, so I bought this shirt today. I think it's pretty cool. It was actually quite fitting because he was actually in a match it was actually, yeah, it was very cool because he was actually wrestling tonight. So we are going to give you our Night of Champions review. Brandon came here in the last 2 hours, and I got to watch the first couple matches, but I forgot to watch Ziggler and Miz, but overall we still were able to see the other matches. So we're going to give, I'll give my quick thoughts on the two first matches. He could give his thoughts on the winners and what can happen in the next pay-per-view. Just to, give you some more time to talk and kind of express your opinion.
Okay.
So we'll start with the first match, Usos versus Stardust and Goldust. I thought this was going to be a decent match at best. I didn't really expect it to be, 5-star classic, but it was very good. Very fast paced. The fans got into it, a lot of false finishes, and Goldust and Stardust ended up winning. First of all, I gotta say Goldust's attire was a lot cooler. It was a lot darker. He kind of reminded me of I can't remember his name. Mitch talked about him all the time. He was in TNA, but he was a more darker Goldust from what I've seen. It's a different look, but we'll see where they go with this. But it's finally, I'm glad they're finally tag team champions. They gel well as a tag team, and I can see them having a rematch next year, or not next year, next month at Hell in a Cell, and I can see them having another good match. But what are your thoughts about this?
I was getting tired of the Usos because the frog splash doesn't really, work for me. I love their double super kick. That is amazing. I love their speed. However, I was a big fan of Cody Rhodes and Goldust when they were first tag team champions less than a year ago, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do now that they're a little more, I don't want to say in sync, considering they're both apparently retarded, but I'm going to say that, I would love to see where they take their personas next. If they go heel and do something really interesting with their championships and their characters' abilities, it'd be interesting. Yeah,
but like I said, I'm not going to say I hate the Stardust gimmick, but I really wish I prefer Cody Rhodes. It's just I've been a fan of Cody Rhodes, and everyone wants to see this guy's world champion. They know they don't want to see Stardust as champion. They want to see Cody Rhodes as champion. So I wonder if maybe
at least he finally got rid of his dumbass mustache.
Well, yeah, of course, because that gimmick didn't really work out very well. Even his dashing Cody Rhodes gimmick when he first debuted was a lot better.
Yes, I liked that one.
And then the freaking unmasked one was even better. He actually cut great promos, and he was a good heel. Yeah. He was calling the fans ugly and stuff. And he was having feuds with Bryan and Orton. I thought that gimmick was awesome. But yeah, so we'll just see what happens from here. Who knows? Maybe Goldust will turn heel on Stardust. Maybe they'll have a feud in the near future at WrestleMania, and we finally get that one match everyone wants to see. But we'll just see what happens. Next, I believe it was Cesaro and Sheamus match. I'm going to say right now, the first 5 minutes, no one gave a shit. I'm saying that right now. I didn't give a shit. I wasn't paying attention. The crowd was completely dead. But the last 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes of the match, people started getting into it. Cesaro was doing a lot more moves. Sheamus was actually doing a few new moves, which was quite surprising. But overall, the last 5 minutes, these guys worked their asses off to put one hell of a show. Anyone could have won this match, but Sheamus ended up winning. I will, even though I'm not a Sheamus fan, I will give Sheamus props that he was doing different stuff, and that he did make Sheamus he made Cesaro look really good. So I gotta give him props for that. I'm definitely gonna give him props for that. But I really think Cesaro should get pushed majorly. Even if you have to push him back to mid-card, start pushing him up towards the world title, because Cesaro is that one athlete where he's pretty much good at everything. He's really good at agility, speed, strength, power. That's what I like about him. Maybe that's what they'll do with Lesnar. Maybe that'll be his next opponent. Well, that's why I say in one of my WGS videos where I was playing a Cesaro and Brock Lesnar feud at WrestleMania next year instead of Roman Reigns, because... But if you guys want to watch that video, go to WGS and check out the Cesaro and Brock Lesnar predictions video on how I predicted that match would, take place. But now...
You think we should do our new mascot a little airtime? Should we give Fat Cat, our new mascot, a little airtime?
Yeah. Well,
nah, not yet.
Yeah, no, we'll show our Precious here. She's actually sleeping with me because I got family that's going to be staying here for the night. So I got my cats sleeping in my room for a while. But anyways, let's move on.
Awkward.
Yeah, but anyways, let's move on with you, Brandon. What are your thoughts on what I just told you?
What, the Sheamus match?
Yeah.
My pick of the entire WWE locker room won. That's all that matters.
So he is your favorite wrestler currently?
Currently, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's not even close.
Okay.
Well, everybody thinks he's Lesnar. I like to watch Lesnar wrestle, but I just can't. I'm not into it.
But Sheamus, you are.
Sheamus, I am.
Yeah. Like I said, once Sheamus turns heel and he changes his gimmick up, then I'll give him another chance. But for now, I just find him bland. That's just it. He's like an Orton. He's just bland to me. But like I said, I respect Sheamus for making Cesaro look really good, and he's not making him look weak. He actually made him look dominant in the match, and Sheamus was actually doing some different stuff, which I respected for. Next was the Dolph Ziggler and Miz match. We did not get to watch this because I had to pick up Brandon.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But the Miz did that winning. I'm going to say this right now. What was the point giving Dolph Ziggler the title if Miz was just going to win it the next month? What was the point? It's the Del Rio scenario. A couple of years ago, 2011, I remember clearly. Del Rio catches him Money in the Bank. At Night Champions, Cena beats Del Rio. Then Hell sells the triple threat match with Punk in it. Del Rio beats everybody in there and then wins the title like 2 weeks after. And I was like, what was the point giving Del Rio the title if he was just going to lose it at Night Champions and then win it back? Well, what was the point of that? That didn't make any sense. If anything, you should have had...
Because it was
You should have had the Miz. What you should have done is you should have had the Miz retain at SummerSlam, then win at Night Champions, and then Hell in a Cell have Dolph Ziggler win, go on a decent run. Again, they screwed Ziggler up again when it comes to championships.
Are they going to try to push Ziggler into a championship match with a bigger championship?
Well,
I mean, wasn't he pretty good at tagging with R-Truth?
I don't even know why they're... don't get me started with R-Truth and Damien Sandow at the moment. I don't even know what the hell they're doing with them. Those two are talented, and now look where they are. It's actually quite sad.
Cesaro will end up with the Intercontinental Championship, and then it'll be R-Truth and Ziggler exchanging the tag team championships back and forth between them and the Miz and Damien Sandow.
Damien Mizdow.
Boo.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. Next match, I believe it was the Chris Jericho. Oh no, that's right. Mark Henry and Rusev. I'm going to be honest. He's going to agree with me on this. All we talked about was dogs and cats. I shit you not. We were just talking about dogs and cats and chihuahuas. I shit you not.
It was a pointless match, honestly. I mean, I know that a lot of people have that deep-blooded, I'm an American, this is my country, type of thing, and I understand that. I did not like the fact that Mark Henry was biting the crap out of his tongue to make himself cry. That was kind of interesting. What I did mind was the simplistic fact that, there was no technique in the match. There was no
memorable spot. There's nothing memorable in the match. It was just there. It didn't feel
Mark Henry got angry, and then he got his ass beat. Wow.
No one cares.
It would have been great if he had just brought his original heel character, the Hall of Pain, to this match. It would have been great. But no, he went babyface, I love America, and he got beat real bad.
When Mark Henry was the world champion with the Hall of Pain, it worked because he was a dominant world. He was like a Brock Lesnar, and how people were scared of him.
And now he gets injured all the time. He's always, it hurts me worse than normal. Or my personal favorite thing about it is what is Rusev having that Rusev win? What does that catapult him into? Who's his next opponent going to be?
Well, like I said, rumors are going around that, like I said, Kurt Angle's supposed to return to WWE for a short time in October. And Sting, so they can
him and Sting, right?
Sting's supposed to return sometime, but I know for a fact Kurt Angle's supposed to return sometime the last few months because his TNA contract is expiring. So that's why I'm thinking they're going to do Kurt Angle and Rusev match. Rusev is going to win that, or they could do Rusev and John Cena. Those are the obvious picks. If they do Cena Rusev, all I'm going to say is Cena wins. That's it. Not watching the match.
Predictability.
And honestly, I really don't care about Rusev. I just can't get into him. Whenever he's in a match, I just can't get into him. I really can't.
It's because he's lost the intensity.
He's just boring.
Exactly. He's lost his intensity.
When he was at the Rumble,
before he had the Russian, he was intense. He was there. He was big.
He was agile.
He moved mountains with extreme mountain speed.
He had agility.
And
remember the Royal Rumble?
He brought
the Royal Rumble.
Exactly. He brought it to the Rumble, and he was so impressive. And
we thought
who the heck is going to get him out? And it was like, Roman Reigns. Oh, okay.
And then what happened after that? What happened after that? Now where is he? He's a Muhammad Hassan 2.0. Really, that's it. He's a Muhammad Hassan 2.0, where they discriminate the United States of America.
And now all they're going to do is make him promote Russia and have war against the United States, blah, 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 blah.
It's going to be World War III.
This is just getting stupid, that's all.
Anyways,
moving on.
Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, there we go.
Impressive.
It was one of their better matches. I kind of wish they did a little bit more, and even though I kind of wish they had a little bit more build-up. For what you watch it, I wouldn't say it was an awesome match, because that would be overrated, but I'm not going to say it was a shitty match ever. It was definitely way better than Mark Henry and Rusev, I'll tell you that.
Yes, but everything was something we had already seen many times before. I like the fact that Randy Orton is bringing back the punt. I like that. I don't like the fact that it's getting old. Every match he's in is getting old. It takes somebody else doing a split-second technique, and you're like, oh, look, and then he's got to kick out of it. And you're like, oh, wow, that was pretty good. But other than that, the entire match is dry, and it's getting old. I think it's time that they might redo his whole character.
But this is the problem.
I think he should go from being corporate to being evil. I think that Kane should do what Cowboy James Storm's doing to the others. He should grab Orton, beat him up, and drag him back there, light him on fire, and then, guess what, you're evil. And change everything about him. But don't do what they did with Jeff Hardy and call him Willow with a mask and have him doing the same moves. Give him a whole new moveset. And give him more speed.
Orton...
I'd say they should do it with the Wyatts, but Orton doesn't like facial hair. There was one point where he had a beard, but he
still had the beard,
but he shaved his head. And I was like, well, obviously there's a problem because they don't allow razors at their farm.
Yeah. Well,
you're not allowed to trim anything from your neck up. In fact, usually you can't trim anything from your ass up.
See, I will stand by this fact. I don't care what anybody says, but I think a lot of people will agree with me. By far, the best Orton gimmick was his Legend Killer gimmick.
Yes.
He had, because
his arrogance.
Think about this.
Catchy. It was catchy.
His theme song was great. His character's great. He was taking out guys like Hulk Hogan, The Rock. He had his amazing feud with The Undertaker. I remember those matches, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania. He was arrogant, but yet he had, Cowboy Bob Orton on his side. He did dirty stuff. But not only that, he could wrestle. He did a lot of stuff in the match that was impressive. And we believed that he was going to be that next face. And even back in 2008 and 2009, where Orton was the Viper and he was feuding with Triple H. Even that Orton was good when he punted the McMahon family and he was pure evil. He had legacy on his side. Even though his match with Triple H was freaking terrible. Heck, even his feud with Cena before, 2013 or early 2014, feud, back when they first started it, when he punched Cena's father, that was awesome because that proved that Orton was serious, he was crazy, he was pure evil.
It was awesome.
That's why I liked. That was the Orton I liked. I'm always going to call him the Burn in My Light. I'm always going to call him the Burn in My Light Orton because that's when he had the Burn in My Light theme song.
Yes.
When he had that, shit was going to go down. But now we hear this song, it was okay, great. Can we move on? Where's Christian at?
Well, let's just make it apparent and known that at this particular point in time, that the Wyatts did not have any match at this pay-per-view. That's interesting. Also, it's disappointing. Also, it's troubling. Also, I believe that what did I say? Oh yeah, that's bullshit. But at the same time, we're talking about the Jericho match. It was predictable. Apparently, I can call every move right before it happens. Not like RKO and boom, it happens. More like, watch, he's going to counter into an RKO. I even called that it was going to be a top rope RKO. I called it.
Trust me. Wait until the last match.
I called it before he even climbed the ropes. Because I said, watch, he's going to get the code breaker on him right here. And he's all, code breaker. I was like, now he's going to climb the ropes. He didn't even, he's like, why did he climb the ropes? He's like, he's going to kick out. And he pins him, 1, 2, kick out. And he's like, what? And now he's going to climb the ropes and he's going to top rope RKO. Watch. And it happened. So, it's getting a little more predictable. However, I do love that about him. I love the top rope RKO. That's awesome. What I'd like to see more of
is a different character and new moves.
More devastation from him. His newer moves were awesome. When he came out with the rope DDT, awesome. However, I liked it when he put him on the top rope and DDT'd him off that. That was even better.
Or even did like a Big Show or something from the top rope.
I would like him just to jump up there, grab him, jump off, and do a full cross the entire ring and RKO him. Not a catch him as they jump, but jump with him off the top rope and do an RKO. That would be awesome.
They actually did that with Punk Extreme Rules, where it was the last man segment where he climbed up and he grabbed Punk and he jumped on him.
Yeah, kind of like how X-Pac did
from the top rope.
Yeah, from the top rope. It was awesome. Stuff like that is innovative and it's crazy, and you're like, cool. But if the entire match ends up being based off how it ends, it makes the match.
In other words,
and if you're like me, who records the WWE SmackDown and Raw and fast forwards through all of it and wait and just sees how it ends, it's creating a downhill slide of fans.
See, and this is why I'm starting to watch NXT. I could talk about that, but that's why we're starting to watch NXT.
But their match ended pretty well. They all got finishers. They got interesting.
It was okay. It felt like a Raw or SmackDown match.
I personally feel like the Walls of Jericho is getting old.
Well, I remember when he did that one move where it was kind of like a variation was where he was doing with Punk, and instead, though, he was doing this, and he had one knee on their head. It was being back like that. I think it was called the Lion Tamer.
Well,
the Lion Tamer. There you go. What happened to that Lion Tamer?
Remember how they told him that he couldn't sit down on him anymore. Remember how they told him that because he was throwing their backs out. They told Chris Jericho that the Walls of Jericho you can do, but if you sit down on him, you will be suspended. I remember that one. Because that made internet news. I don't remember how I got that up there, but I was at Antioch Public Library, just doing my little 20 minutes. You get on the line, and you're just like, oh god, it loads so slow, fuck. And I was like, you know what? I missed the previous night match, so I went ahead and looked it up. And the first thing they said was, this guy's back's been thrown out by the Walls of Jericho. So this technique is going to be ratified. They said those were ratified. So in other words, it was changed. You'll notice that he never does like how Jack Swagger, when he puts Patriot Lock on, and Kurt Angle does it too on TNA. Whenever you see that move, they don't drop and wrap their legs around the body anymore. Because one of the guys, when he started to crawl, popped his ankle out of place.
Oh, they still do that, just not very often. Jack Swagger actually still does it from time to time. I think the most illegal move is the pile driver. Really, no one ever does the pile driver except for Undertaker. He's the only one that can do it, or Kane. They can't do like a regular pile driver sit down because a lot of people get hurt from that, and that's understandable. No, it's true.
Somebody still does it. Eric Young does the traditional pile driver.
But on WWE, they can't do it. Exactly. That's TNA. WWE can't do it, though. The only time they did was when Punk did it. It was during CM Punk's match before Randy's the #1 contenders match to face The Rock in WrestleMania 29. And they had that Raw match, and Punk did the sit-down pile driver. When that happened, I was like, when was the last time you see a pile driver? Honestly, you knew Punk had to ask them if he can do it, and thankfully Cena didn't get hurt because of it.
Well, the reason why is, but it wasn't the last person who got hurt, broke his neck, and it was Road Dogg.
I don't remember the entire thing, but anyways, moving on. We'll talk about this another time.
The match was okay.
Yeah, it was like a SmackDown.
I wouldn't rate it as a Raw match or a pay-per-view match. I'd probably rate it as a SmackDown mid-card match. It wasn't very good.
It was okay. At least it was watchable.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Next
match. I'm trying to remember.
Divas match.
Yeah, I believe it was the Triple Threat Divas match.
Good.
It was not bad.
I liked it. I liked the whole thing. Honestly, it reminds me of the TNA Diva matches that they have. The knockout matches.
Well, like I said, I like the fact they changed it up and they made it unpredictable. I really thought either Paige or Nikki Bella was going to win right off the bat.
I like how Nikki is just flat out a muscle for being a women's division.
And she's doing a new finisher.
She was everything she did was muscle. It was all brute strength, and I was like, isn't she like the smallest of the? Well, she wasn't the smallest, but she's one of the smallest.
Well, no, she's not small anymore.
We're not talking about awesomeness. Okay, we're not talking.
Are you sure we're not talking?
We're not talking about her chesticles.
No, I'm talking about her fakeness.
I would like to apologize for him. Unfortunately, he's got a good point, and I got a good one too after watching her wrestle too. But you know, that's besides the point.
Anyways, but like I said,
maybe to the left a little bit.
I like the fact that Nikki Bella has a new finisher rather than just the sell. She has that, even though it's a ripoff of Abyss, but think about it, Abyss that has not done that move in a while, so it's somewhat new for a diva. For a diva, it's new because we've rarely seen that from a diva.
When was the last time you saw Abyss win? So let's make this really quick about this. I know that the Divas match was great. Okay, we got that.
It was decent.
How do you feel about how it ended? Who won?
AJ Lee won. Personally, it was kind of similar to The Miz. Like I said, I don't hate AJ Lee at all. She's one of my favorites currently. But at the same time, it was, what was the point of giving the Paige the title at SummerSlam if she was just going to lose it the next night?
Exactly. You feel the same way. I'm confused. I don't see where they're going to go with it. They're going to keep the feud going.
Are they going to keep the feud going? Or, if they would give it to Nikki, they could have done a Brie-Nikki feud. At least it would be something a little bit more fresh.
Maybe they'll make it into a
fatal 4-way or something.
No,
Brie.
No. They'll make it a. It's going to be a Nikki versus AJ Lee for the title, and it's going to be freaking. It's going to be because what's her name? Stephanie McMahon is going to belittle AJ about how CM Punk is a quitter. Just like she did to Nikki.
They can do that angle.
I'm going to think that's what the angle is going to be.
If they do that angle, they have to mention Punk. There's no reason.
Which opens the door for CM Punk to come back. But I don't want to get anybody's hopes up by thinking for them. So I'm just going to say that's my hope for it. But besides that, I really don't see where they're going with it. I just see a continuation of this feud that's like
I said, for a Divas match, it was good.
Yeah.
So, but that's all I'd say. It was good, and AJ Lee winning, even though it was unpredictable and I wasn't too fan of it, I'm still liking AJ, but let's move on.
Now, last match of the night. This is it. This is the Lesnar versus Cena match. Now, I'm gonna
guys. I gotta say this right now. He called almost everything in this match. I was so close to doing live reactions again because he almost caught everything. I remember this clearly. Watch. He's gonna go up against the rope. He's gonna give him a suplex. Oh, goes to the rope. Oh, suplex. So watch. He's gonna counter to the Kimura lock.
Official count is 7 suplexes for this match. 7.
Yes, we counted.
1 F5. That's all he got was 1.
No, he countered that, I believe.
No, he got the 1.
No, that was Cena. Remember Cena?
No, he got the 1. He countered the second one. Cena countered the second F5. Right?
Wait, are you asking how many F5s Brock Lesnar did?
Lesnar got 1 off, but he countered all the rest of them.
No, I don't remember. I can't even remember.
We were too busy calling the hits. Watch what he's going to do now. Watch what he's going to do now. He's going to do this now. He's going to miss it.
It was Triple H and Brock Lesnar all over again.
Yeah, but it was good because I saw Kimura come out and just Kimura, and I was like, ah! It was a great match. John Cena had him. Honestly, it's a memorable match. How's that one? It's a memorable match. John Cena finally had him beat. And then they Seth Rollins.
Don't mention that. I gotta say that. I have to say that. It was interesting. At least it didn't make Cena look like a total bitch, which I was happy about. It was way better than SummerSlam.
You understand that Lesnar is a champion because he is that big. It's going to take someone his size to knock him off that perch, and there's no one in the WWE that's even close to his size. I think the closest one to his size, I know you're thinking Big Show, I'm talking about his size, which is big, bulky. The only ones they have option close to it would be Batista or
Sheamus?
Rusev. That's it. They don't have anybody in his weight division. That's simple. I mean, Sheamus kind of, but no, he's John Cena's size. Nobody's got what Lesnar's got. He brings a whole nother level of intensity and capability to the ring. He doesn't tire. He's trained himself to not wear down. He has durability. He doesn't get tired. You can't rely on him getting tired and then start hitting him. That's what Cena was doing. That's what they did with their characters, okay? He's not going to get tired. You can see 16 suplexes and he's sitting there on, like a kid tearing apart an innocent little animal. And it's like, wow. And you think you're going to beat him with somebody like Cena? Congratulations. Never give up. Doesn't mean you're going to win. It was impressive, the fact that he got close. Impressive.
4 attitude adjustments in this match. And I think five STFs.
And it still did not guarantee that Lesnar wasn't going to kick out, because I do believe I saw Lesnar kick out and then he got nailed with the briefcase. I'm just going to say that. I do believe that Lesnar did kick out right before the briefcase landed. So, having said that, I think it was a great match. I know they're going to have another match. I know the next pay-per-view is going to be Lesnar versus Cena for the title, and it's probably going to be an I Quit match.
No, Hell in a Cell. Remember? Hell in a Cell is the next pay-per-view.
Just because the next pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell doesn't mean that that's going to be a Hell in a Cell match.
No, I'm expecting Hell in a Cell. If they do I Quit match, that's a big fuck you in my face. No, I'm a huge Hell in a Cell fan.
An I Quit match makes sense, because with how
they
much...
They should have done that this time.
But somebody had surgery. So I'm going to make this clear. With it being now it's 2-1, right? 2 wins for Cena and 1 to Lesnar. They can continue this. They can continue this feud for another 2 pay-per-views with just these 2 guys for this title, which really sucks. But in return, it means that Lesnar and Cena are both going to be hunting Seth Rollins, little dumbass. Love that. That was a good gimmick. That was a good decision on their part.
They teased it, but they still had Seth Rollins keep the briefcase. You missed this dork. You missed him jumping. He was going. He hurt his ankle doing it. I was sitting there going, "Sit down! I can't watch you on the TV at the same time." You didn't say that.
That was the voice in the back of my head going, "Fuck, here we go." But this is what I saw. Okay, I was sitting there going, "Okay, Cena technically won." So now it's 3-1. It's 2-1. No matter what, it's still 2-1. Now he's beaten Brock Lesnar. Lesnar now has, Lesnar's Lesnar. He doesn't feel like he owes anybody anything, so he doesn't care about that. He's still world champion. However, John Cena will want a rematch for the title, because now he has 2 victories against him. He has the right to challenge more than anyone else. So he will be on the next pay-per-view facing Lesnar. What makes more sense? A Hell in a Cell match, which would be interesting but bloody.
Hell in a Cell, because it's Hell in a Cell.
Or an I Quit match.
I Quit match for the next pay-per-view, but for Hell in a Cell, I want to see Hell in a Cell. That's what I'm expecting. I want at least 2 Hell in a Cell matches this year. Hell in a Cell is my favorite match, and this is why I watch Hell in a Cell, the pay-per-view to begin with, for the Hell in a Cell matches alone.
He watches it for The Undertaker.
No, for Hell in a Cell. Here, this is why I see Brock Lesnar versus somebody inside Hell in a Cell, and then Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose inside Hell in a Cell. I see that happening. They're gonna do Ambrose and Rollins at Hell in a Cell. In Hell in a Cell. That's guaranteed. I guarantee you that. But I don't know what they're gonna do with Lesnar. That's the question I want to know.
That's what going to be on the That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it's going to be Hell in a Cell for Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and then it's going to be an I Quit match for Lesnar and Cena. But that's what I'm seeing. However, it doesn't matter, because no matter what happens with Lesnar and Cena, I see Seth Rollins coming in, trying to cash it in again, getting close, curb stomping Brock Lesnar again because he's got his title still, and now Lesnar's want to kill him. Now he's screwed. No matter how you look at it, Lesnar's like, I'm not going to put the title on the line, I'm just going to face you, and you're not going to get away. Fly smack! That's what's going to happen. And I'm excited. For the first time in a long time, I'm actually excited about how they're gonna read the storylines out for this Lesnar and Rollins issue. I'm excited to see just what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah, because Monday Night Raw. And like I said, there's actually rumors going out that Steen actually posted on Twitter that tomorrow is showtime. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean Steen's going to show up? Finally? And then there's rumors...
Steen's going to go... No, TNA's not on tomorrow night, is it? So
no, it's on Wednesdays.
But it's recorded, isn't it?
Yeah, it's recorded. I record it.
Isn't it like pre-recorded on Mondays?
No, it's on... No, it's way past recordings. Way past. They already taped it way back.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but Monday Night Raw will be
But then again, his Twitter account is owned by TNA, so...
And then we got the rumors about the new, stars coming in tomorrow, which might be hinting at either a new Nexus stable or the NXT stars like Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, Tyler Breeze, guys like that finally coming in. Which if they do, I will be happy as hell. And Sami Zayn will be...
And they reintroduce the Light Heavyweight Championship.
Sami Zayn, once he comes...
And the Hardcore Championship! One for each show. Which would be Hardcore would go to Raw automatically, because Raw is the only flagship worth having it. And the Light Heavyweight Championship would go to SmackDown. Which would suck, because if Sami Zayn goes to SmackDown, it's going to be hard to watch him when I don't watch SmackDown very often.
Sami Zayn's just... Well, SmackDown's not really like its own show. It's more like now it's all like a separate show. Because remember, it used to be like, World Heavyweight Championship was on SmackDown.
Dull. That's why we referred to the Orton match as being a SmackDown show.
They're second rate.
It's a SmackDown match. So they go, wow, man, we're good at rating this stuff.
That's what Orton is. He's like a SmackDown. He's second rate.
So, having said that, I approve the way it ended. I do.
The ending was a nice twist.
So now we're, on top of all, I'm sitting there going, oh, Cena's going to lose his mind. He's going to turn heel.
If he turns heel, if he legitimately turns heel, I'm going to call you. I'm going to say, I'm only need $2.
Can you imagine Cena just happens to F you? That's right, I said F you, Paul Heyman through a table.
And calls it the F you.
And then he goes, you, and walks away.
And then he comes out with Dr. Thugonomics music again.
Oh, no, if that happens, if that happens, he better get run over real quick. He better not make it out of the
I want that gimmick back.
At that point, I hope Brock Lesnar breaks his arm.
No, at that point, I would love Cena again.
I like his attitude thing, but if he comes out with that stupid Dr. Thugonomics stuff again, he better break both arms. Break both arms and just sit there hitting him, suplex him, suplex. Kind of hard not to land on your head when you can't move your arms. He's walking around, his arms are swollen up, but he can't move them. He's like, bleh. I'm just saying, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what this guy's problem is, but anyways.
I think too much. You should try it sometime.
I know I think too much too when I'm at school. Oh wait, I don't go to school anymore.
I wasn't allowed to go to school. I was too smart for my teachers. They tried to learn me. It did not work well. I taught them about fire. I taught them good. See, I can be an announcer on the WWE, except I would say stupid shit, and they'd be like, you can't do that. I'm like, watch me. Hey, you're fired. It's like, fine, I will show up to work anyways, just to do it again. Why did you show up? Because it's, no. Just saying.
Can that be the bunny?
And that is how you skin the bunny, and then you put the steak through it, and then you pit roast. Just like Ultimate Hunter 3. Hopefully on Ultimate Hunter 4 with Sonic the Hedgehog. They taste pretty good. So the match was, I'm not going to say a 9 out of 10. We're gonna do the 10 scale. It's not a 9 out of 10. I'm going to say it's a 7.9 out of 10. It opened up doors. When a match, I know that when it's drab and it's all boring about beefcake and stuff like that, yeah, I understand that. But the fact that it opened up so many doors of possibilities is amazing. It's truly amazing just how far it went for the ending of it. I'm surprised that Lesnar didn't, wrap around Cena and pop his arm out of place with the Kimura locker at the end of the match. Because they were playing, because they were playing his victory music afterwards.
Wait! Don't forget the stiff elbows and punches from Cena.
That's what made it interesting. I love that. Hit one and then reverse into an elbow. Never see that in the WWE. And that was pretty good because it's a UFC technique.
And Lesnar was bleeding too.
Oh yeah, that first one you see Lesnar's trying to go, and you're just like, he's pissed. Ron Cena, he's going to eat you.
Put that cookie down! No! Wait, I gotta find that movie. Let's see if we can guess the movie.
I'm just saying, you know, Cena has had his reign. Can I see him holding the title one more time? Yes, I can. More than that, not really. However, like I said, I see Cena going rogue,
Put that cookie down.
And then I can see him doing another thing. Is I can see him going heel and signing with Paul Heyman. So, having said that,
you disagreed with me on that.
Having said that, I'm going to wait and see. But I appreciated the match. All in all, the show for me, out of 5 stars, I'd give it a 3.5. I can't give it a 4, on the simple fact that a lot of the matches were just SmackDown type.
But it wasn't terrible for you.
Yeah, if it had sucked really bad, I'd have given it a -2. I've done that before. And like, the scale is 1 to 5. Yeah, but -2 is not on the scale, so technically I can just throw it in there.
Yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you. Maybe if I watched the Dolph Ziggler match, if that was pretty decent, maybe then I would have rated a little bit higher, depending on the match. But it was okay. It was kind of like SummerSlam.
For drab, overbearing, predictable matches that were there.
Well, there were some unpredictable. I mean, there were some matches.
It's kind of entertaining when you predict exactly what's going to happen. You verbally say, like, watch, he's going to do this. And it happens. It's entertaining. It's not, the show's not entertaining. It's the fact that somebody could actually do that. That's what you're like, oh, he did it!
And don't forget to watch Schwarzenegger with Jingle All the Way. Put that cookie down!
He's going to get us sued. I'm just saying.
I'm helping promote that movie so people can watch it.
They've already watched it and they think it sucks.
Put that cookie down!
No, he should go back to the chopper!
Expendables 3.
Expendables 3 and freaking
wait, don't say the name.
And
don't say it. I'm gonna pop up the movie right now.
And Predator.
Right here.
Get into the chopper! Okay, I'm just saying that you're a whole different greatest special, you know that? He's that kid in the back of the bus that's strapped in with giant leather straps and barbed wire in case he tries to bite someone. So, having said that, it was alright.
It was okay,
It could have been better, but I love how the Lesnar match ended. That's
yeah, well, if you would probably stay for the tag team and make Sheamus match, maybe you had a different opinion on it. But it was okay. So anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. Comment down below. Tell us what you...
sucks.
Comment down below and tell us, how did you feel about this pay-per-view? Do you agree with us? What were the matches you liked? Which matches sucked? I will probably say that we will be doing live reactions for Bound for Glory, for TNA Bound for Glory, and then we will try to do TNA...
I won't taste it like wieners.
We'll probably do
turtle soup.
We'll also be doing WWE live reactions for Hell in a Cell, most likely. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget, since it's October, I'll be doing mostly Halloween-based videos since I will be October. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget to vote down below for the Wrestler Talk, for the Who's Better video, and for the Women's Wrestler Talk, the new Wrestler Talk thing I have going on. So stay tuned and comment down below for that. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
That's gonna be
take care of all my people.
Women's Wrestlers Talk. What do? Talk about their boobs? Seriously? Where did that idea come from? You know, my pants. You know, my wiener. My wiener's like, hey, let's talk about boobs.
No, that was...
Okay.
No.
I can do that.
No, it was the white sauce.
We usually call it, we usually refer to that part of me as boomstick. And he likes to make soup.
Hashtag death battle.
Awesome. You're welcome.
But that's pretty much we have all the time today. So take care, all my peeps. I'm Preston, and I'm your KOTA World Champion. And
I gotta make you a new belt. That one's starting to look kind of weird.
See how this one looks.
Yeah, it even sticks to my clothing. It's pretty bad when you need to use Scotch tape.
Do you think the championship looks good on Brandon?
I think I think I need to make him a new belt. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna make him a new belt. It's gonna have nails sticking out and shards of glass so he can cut himself when he puts it on his neck. But it'll look pretty hardcore, won't it?
Why do that? Why do that to me? Why can't you do that to someone you hate?
You want them to have your championship?
But yeah, but at least they'll feel the pain.
I'm making you something from the heart.
Oh yeah, the heart.
You're hurting my feelings.
Oh yeah, the heart, right?
Dang, razor blade got me.
I got shaved and cut.
And instead of having that on it, I'll probably have a Xerox copy of Mick Foley's face.
No, I want Godzilla's head on it. I want Godzilla's face on it.
Well, you know, I'll have like Godzilla rings. You're like, oh my god.
Literally.
I'm about to go. You're about to boomstick? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, so that's it. So don't forget to vote and comment down below. And we'll talk to you guys some other time. And we'll most likely do, like I said, live reactions for either Bound for Glory and or Hell in a Cell. So stay tuned for that.
Hashtag spanking it. No, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah,
it's just too obvious. Next time, I'm going to grab his nipples, twist, and pull. And he's like, ah!
No, do that for Jose. That'd be more funny.
No, he goes, oh,
jalapeno.
jalapeno. Ole!
No, he'd be like El Torito or the Los Matadores. Ole!
He won't be able to raise his hand up. I'll have his nipples. He'll only be able to go. He's making burrito sasha in his mouth. That ain't bad. Anyways, have a good one. We will see you later. And don't forget you.
Yep. Take care.
Bad aim.